Welcome everyone to the final race of the Hungaroring weekend. It is GB3 and we are all set and ready to do battle in Budapest. I'm your commentator Romy and welcome to JB Motorsports coverage of race 3, the reverse grid race. They've been calm so far. Let's see whether that's thrown out of the window when we throw some of the faster drivers in the middle of the pack and give some other drivers who may have not had the pace this weekend to contend for a race win. Hello and welcome along. This is going to be quite a lot of fun. We've already got a race control message saying that car 1's transponder's not working. That is Maxim Rem, so we'll just keep an eye on that. But wherever you might be watching from in the world, a pleasure to have your company. And let's get started. The formation lap is underway then. And the drivers move away from the line. It's been a dramatic day so far. And please, shall that continue? Because there is nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong with just pushing all the way till the end. Right, this is how they line up then on the grid. We'll run you to the battle screen if it's operational. No, it's not. Flynn Jacks is alongside Dante Vinci. They are first and second. Third place, we find ourselves with Jacob next to Rowan Campbell-Pilling, who is next up. Peter is alongside Kai-Hu Lee. And then it is going to be Lucas Flusha next to Maxim Rem. They are 7th and 8th. 9th is Abby Pulling. And 10th position is going to be Martin Molnar. In 11th, we find ourselves with Deegan Fairclough and Nikita Bedrin is 12th. Sorry, I'm just also looking at the Formula 3 news that's coming through to my phone at the moment. Aurelio Nobles is next up, next to Ricardo Baptista. And they are in position. Then it is Rodrigo Gonzalez and Patrico Gonzalez, the two brothers on the same row of the grid. Lewis Gilbert and Fu are next up. Then it's Leon Wilson in 19th. Okay, I am going to get you the timing board that you need. I'm going to have to do this while talking with a lip microphone, which isn't the easiest. Excuse the silence for a second. I'm just doing it for your benefit, guys, for later on. Just want to make sure you have a timing board because that is so, well, a countdown, a timer, because that is so important. There we go. Because we added it at the start of the weekend, it somehow wasn't there when we got to race 1, and because race 1 and race 2 were all done in a rush, couldn't do it. Race 3 is in a rush, but we're still here, we're still doing it, and let's have a bit of fun. GB3 race number 3. Flynn Jacks on pole, Dante Vinci alongside, Jacob, Rowan Campbell-Pilling, and Peter your top 5. This is going to be mega. This is going to be extraordinary. The faster drivers having to make their way through. The fast rapid 2026 championship leader Nikita Bedrin, as it stands, will have to go from 12th and try and move forward from there. Everyone's lined up. We're all set and ready to go. Green flag will wave at the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in Hungary. And GB3 is racing for the reverse grid race. Good launch off the line for Dante Vinci. He's going to have a challenge down towards turn number 1. But it is going to be Flynn Jacks holding the advantage and maintaining the position as we make our way in towards the braking zone. As Vinci tried to have a look, but will that leave him vulnerable to the XL Motorsport car of Rowan Campbell-Pilling? Contact immediately. That is one of the high-tech cars in trouble in the background. But it is going to be the lead, still belonging to Flynn Jacks. I think it was Deegan Fairclough in the high-tech who may have come to a stop. They are still fighting their way through the opening turns, but as we head towards turn 4, the car's all over the road. Still, we are going to find ourselves with P1 for Flynn Jacks. Dropping down the order must have been Jacob. He lost a position off, he lost 2 places in fact off the line. Not what he wanted at all. I thought it was a good launch from him initially, but it's all kind of gone wrong from there, as the safety car is going to have to be deployed. Because it's Deegan Fairclough involved in trouble and involved in chaos, basically, off the start. Wow. That is wild. Fairclough, oh, when is he going to get luck in this championship? It just is never going his way. It's never coming his way. Maybe one day. That's the hope. That's the dream. That it can be kind to him. But, oh my word. Had a win yesterday in race 1. And also, double trouble. Because, well, Maxim Rem's being shown at the back for me, but I think that might be a transponder issue. But Abby Pulling is going to retire once again this weekend because she is coming to a halt. She's going to park it in a safe spot, but her day is over. And after the confidence of Spa, that is a round now to forget here in Hungary. Fairclough out, pulling out 2 of your fast contenders already at the back. Remember, Maxim Rem, we did get told that his transponder's not working, so that could be something. Right, Fairclough, what's going to go on in the background? Oh my word, so he's having to take late avoiding action, and nothing Pulling could have done. Pulling gets smashed by Fairclough, but Pulling's able to continue, which is why we don't make anything of it at the time. But yeah, that's the chaos and that's the trouble. So Deegan Fairclough tries to make a late move. He hits the back of, I would say, Maxim Rem, and therefore then Maxim Rem has, and then Fairclough, after hitting Maxim Rem, slides into the side of Pulling with no control of his car. Basically, I think that would be the best analysis of that incident. Quite a shame, nothing Pulling could have done, but equally, that's sometimes how opening laps go in junior Formula racing. It can usually be troublesome and chaotic, and it can lead to a safety car, like we've got right now. Flynn Jacks, though, what a emotional victory this could be for him if he's able to bring this one home. This would feel special. After the Silverstone win fell away for him, how incredible would it be to see him get to the top step here? It would honestly mean so much. And I really hope for his sake that it can happen. Because we always love good storylines. And it would be special. So I just want to quickly read this from Downforce Radio. Very quick. Safety car's coming in at the end of this lap. Never mind, I won't get the chance to. But I just wanted to give you some of the backstory of Flynn Jacks. But we'll come back to that in a second. That's fine. That is fine. We'll come back to that in a second. Who knows? We could always get another safety car. Let's hope not, but we could always. And I'll make sure that when the race calms down eventually, or if needed, if he can win, then, you know, we'll give you some of the stats on the last lap as well of what Flynn Jacks has gone through. But let's just say he's gone through a lot. And this would feel special if he's able to get there. Right. He puts the foot down. We come through the final corner. And let's go racing once again. In the GB3 Championship. Over the line we go. No opportunity for Vinci to have an attack. Instead, Flusha is going to get a great chance as well. Tucking in the slipstream, pulling alongside. Flusha trying to make a move. Deegan Fairclough in the background. Jacob trying to have a bit of a defensive shape in the background, I should say. We find ourselves still with the lead, belonging to our P1 pole sitter. And up to second place, there goes Lucas Flusha. So Lucas Flusha fights their way up and through. But as we continue on, it is going to be Flynn Jacks making his way through as the leader of the contest. And we will race our way by. Got a fan luckily pointing towards me as it is getting hot now here in the UK. As we reach this time of day. I still haven't had lunch or anything. Just had a few cookies to start off the day for breakfast. So, very much just battling through. And then I can finally have some food. But as the race begins to calm down, I'll interrupt myself if I need to say anything. But Flynn Jacks has had quite the journey to get to this point in his racing career. The Filipino driver was a karting champion in Asia before moving to Australia to progress and finally made his GB3 championship debut in 2021. 3 years later in 2024, Jacks returned to the grid with Chris Dittman's racing, but a road accident in October that year saw him suffer a broken leg, forcing Flynn out before the end of the season. While he returned in 2025 with Elite Motorsport, he battled with racing and fitness as his recovery continued throughout, but he came back for 2026 with himself feeling a bit better. This was evident in the drive in race 3 at Silverstone, starting from the top 12 in the reverse grid pole. Jax held the lead through the safety car and a lit pressure in the final minutes. Then in the final few corners, both Jin Nakamura and his teammate basically got through. Gonna interrupt myself. There goes Max and Rem down the inside. Simple overtaking coming at turn 1. As we fight our way by. And that is that battle done. But yes, just to quickly finish this off. So yeah, we saw him lose the win. Flynn was visibly emotional in his post-race interview, not just because he missed out on the win, but because he battled so hard to get to this point in the first place. The fact he was, and he'd shown he got the pace at the front, made him a winner in his own right for achieving that. So that's a little bit of a story on Flynn Jax, of what he's had to battle through, and the road accident that led to everything. This is going to feel special. Really, really special for him. "17 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Not long left of running here. And GB3 had to quickly run you through that as soon as possible, because these races go by quickly. So we still got, a huge chunk of the race to go, but it all goes by quickly, so it can be over before you know it. But yeah, looking forward to seeing Flynn Jax battle for this win and try and make sure that he remains up there. Lucas Flusha is going to do everything he can to deny him. Dante Vinci will do the same. All the other drivers will also be looking for any chances that might come. Nikita Bedrin's going for an overtake now on Lee. Over the line we go. Down towards turn 1. Bedrin draws alongside. Finds the inside line. Finds the place. Finds the position. And he moves up into 6th. Maxim Rem makes an overtake as well further back. So as Bedrin moves forward, so does Rem. Molnar, of course, had a terrible start, and that meant that he dropped down many positions. Car 11, going to come back to that because we're side by side. That's Peter losing out to Gonzalez. He's going to be out wide. Here comes Aurelian Nobles trying to fight her way by. That is tight at massive speed. And Aurelian Nobles drives on by. Okay, continuing on with my point. Where was I? What was I saying? It's gone out of my head. Yeah, Molnar got a very poor getaway, so of course he dropped down positions off the line. So it's Bedrin and Rem that are trying to move forward. The other contenders are Fairclough and Pullinger out. But Bedrin needs to get on with this. He may still have a chance to go for victory. I mean, he won't be able to do it 3 out of 3 because of what happened earlier for him. In race 1, where he didn't quite get the chance to go for it. So, yeah. Well, this would have been a good chance for him to quite literally do the double because he's overtaken cars at will, basically. But Flynn Jax is trying to pull away to make sure that he's nice and safe. So important as we come round the final corner. And down the start, finish straight in a few moments' time. Great chance for Dante Vinci to make the move and get himself up to 2nd. He's trying to break the toe, is Flusha. Vinci coming closer, not close enough into the braking zone. There goes Nikita Bedrin. Has a look down the inside, may have a chance into turn 2. Let's keep an eye on that battle. They're both going to get DRS though. Progress is not quick enough for Bedrin, but he tries to send it now down the inside of turn 2. Still has a look, still attempts it. Goodness me, is this outrageous racing. This is very much tight. Bedrin trying to force the manoeuvres in. 14 minutes and 40 seconds. Flynn Jax is breaking away. And this is turning into a great drive from him. As Flusha holds the train for 2nd, which basically includes like everyone at the moment. Basically carries like the entire field. They're currently showing the lap time data, so we don't have the seconds available. But luckily as we've got seconds on our timing board, we can take a look at that. And as you can see, 2.9 seconds was when it was last recorded. It's probably bigger by now. As Jacob goes wide. Bedrin goes wide. Bedrin with a lunge. You don't usually see many overtakes into the final sector. Someone has kicked up the gravel. That is Rowan Campbell-Pilling. And it's going to back them up even more. So it could be a brawl down towards turn 1. Bedrin is surely going to be overtaking at least 1 car. He might even go for 2 if the chances go well for him. He's just got so much pace out there on the circuit. as we send it over the line. Once again, here comes now Vinci for the chance. Can't quite get there. Bedrin's going to surely send it. He has to. Big lock up. Nikita Bedrin throws out of the way Jacob. And Jacob's going to lose out massively. Because now through goes Lee. And Lee also brings along Maxim Ren for company. So Bedrin with a move after getting a bit impatient. He centered up the inside. He arrived on the scene. He barged Jacob out of the way, who had to take avoiding action to avoid contact. In the end, it's worked terribly for Jacob. It's worked brilliantly for Bedrin as he's gained a place, and now he needs to attack the top 4 in the race. Wow. Mega stuff. Locked up dramatically. I thought he was going to be into the back of Rowan Campbell Pilling for a second. Luckily, nothing of that description, or that could have been heartbreak. Big heartbreak it would have been if that had happened, but it didn't happen, and that's the critical word. 12 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Oh, spinning! There goes Lee, spinning off into the background, and their race is going to be done. Surely, did they find the barrier? Yes, they did. And that is a big moment as they spin out of the contest. We saw it last second as it happened. The safety car is going to need to be deployed. And the drama in Budapest continues to give. I feel bad for Flynn Jacks because he had got a 3.5 seconds advantage. That's going to come to nothing now. It's going to come to absolutely nothing for him. Wow. Great to see. Okay, well, that is great to see that Lee is walking away from the incident because that was quite the big crash. And that is not what you want to see at all. Let's take a look at a replay of how it happened. Loses the car on entry, goes round, and would find the wall. Our camera couldn't quite see it, but that's what basically takes place. And now that'll be over to the marshals to try and recover it. Right. We still push. Still pushing. 11 minutes and 15 seconds to go. A long day of commentary, a long few hours of commentary. It's been non-stop since the morning. The rest of the team will continue throughout the day. I will find myself just waiting. Of course, I'll find myself just waiting here, and enjoying all of the fun. This is my final race of the weekend, but it's been a weekend of doing a lot. I've done F2, F3, F1 Academy, Freck, GB3, and E4. As they're getting rid of a tear off is Dante Vinci. But yeah, and then I'm trying to think, have I done anything else over the weekend? Don't think so. My brain's honestly moving. I didn't really contribute too much on F1, but a bit of hosting, helping with hosting in terms of practice. The co-host, let's just say, is probably the better word. But yeah, other than that, that's been my week. It's been great. Shame I had to miss that F1 race. Oh, it was tasty, that F1 race. But yeah, just when you've got so much other racing on, and equally this racing is great as well, so you've got to love it. You've got to embrace it, and you've got to enjoy it while it happens. Mega battles all the way through. Quite literally, 3 races clashed. The start of F1 with Freck, then the E4 race, and then the GB3. 9 minutes and 30 seconds remain on the clock. It has been a magical race so far if you're Flynn Jacks. Everyone in behind has just tried to stay with him, and that's not happened as of yet. But Flynn Jacks, can he get there? Can he bring it home? And that would be an incredible victory if he can do it. For a driver who's gone through so much in the last few years. 9 minutes to go on the clock. Time is running out. as we speak. We're going to enter the final stages of this one, and then it'll be battle resumed, and we're going to race all the way until the end then. Safety cars coming in at the end of this lap. Not long left. Apologies for the misidentification earlier on, when we got going again. Of course, once again, I've nearly done it again. So yeah, Deegan Fairclough and Jacob have the same livery, basically. Just the car number, of course, varies, and it's a 4 and a 6, so it kind of looks similar. We didn't, of course, have that in the first 2 rounds. It's something that's just happening now because of Jin Nakamura stepping away. And his livery was unique due to his Toyota backing that he's got. But anyway, let's put all eyes and all focus on the race ahead of us. Safety car is coming in at the end of this lap. And here in the GB3 Championship, partnered by the BRDC, let's get ready to race. Flynn Jacks, waiting patiently. He nailed the safety car restart last time. Can he try and repeat the same trick? Can he try and do it again? As he weaves left, weaves right. And it's the patient waiting game for him. As he will get his foot flat to the floor. And is about to come over the line. Still waiting. Still waiting. Because he wants to catch out his rival. And he's done exactly that. Flynn Jacks. He's not even got onto the straight, but I can already tell you he's nailed a restart. That's one of the best restarts I've seen in this championship. Because he bolts. He's already gone by a country mile. Considering we've just exited out of the final corner on a safety car restart. Right, he's going to now try and pull away. If you are the drivers in behind, you have to make manoeuvres soon and try and capitalize. Rowan Campbell pilling round the outside. Is that going to leave himself vulnerable? They're going to be racing wide. Oh, we've got a spinner in the middle of the circuit there, and a contact has been made. So 2 cars stationary. I wonder whether that is going to be Leon Wilson and Rodrigo Gonzalez. No, it's Peter in the number 11 that has gone round. Oh, it's side by side there. And it's getting very close. Bedrin trying to make his way through. Very nearly onto the grass as we head towards turn 4. A moment of brinkmanship. So, Vinci loses out. So Vinci lost out and we were basically very nearly 3 wide. Bedrin is going to find himself under pressure. Around the outside, Maxim Rem has got the tyres warmed up and he's got a place due to it. The safety car's out once again due to the contact at turn 1. But my goodness, so Vinci got out of shape. Campbell Pilling got through. Bedrin tried something up into turn 4 because he just had the momentum. And my word, is that dramatic. Safety car's out once again with 6 minutes of the race to go. And this could be a race that finishes behind the safety car, if I'm honest. It would be another race to add to the long list of them that have finished behind the safety car today. So we attack, we attack, and we attack. 5 minutes and 30 seconds is all that remains. So it's not long, is it? They're going to need to clear up the car as soon as possible. So the marshals, though, we thank all the marshals, by the way, for all their effort. Not just this weekend of the Hungaroring, but also all the other circuits, the British Grand Prix. There's also GTM R1, and there's so many other things as well. Well done to all the marshals, because we simply cannot go motor racing without them. Simply cannot. So, as we make our way through, the car's still there. They're having to take a very wide line. Well, very acute line through the opening turn. They're going to have to get a recovery vehicle out there soon if they want to get this race back underway. The drivers will, well, I mean, if you're Flynn Jacks, you're kind of like, no, we don't really need to. It's not really an absolute necessity, is it? Aurelian Nobles was the car that had contact. Apologies for the misidentification as they made their way into turn 1. We couldn't quite get an angle of it. So it was the teammates, in fact, I think, who made contact with Nobles and Peter. So Aurelian and Peter coming to blows. As 4 minutes remain. I love how the timer has just gone from 5 minutes to 3 minutes on our timing pool. That's incredible. Don't know how we fast forwarded in time in terms of the live timings, but that's happened. See, I think this race could end behind the safety car, if I'm honest, because they're not being quick with the recovery, I don't think. And it is a shame. It would be great to get at least a one-lap shootout, but I don't think that's going to be the case. The field is all bunched up and ready to go, but it's all about when can they clear the car. And then if also there's time to go racing for a lap. That's another important factor. Safety cars can sometimes breed safety cars, and practically that's what's happened here. So, 3 minutes remain. And they're just pushing the car out of the way. Okay, we might be able to get a one-lap shootout, but I think Flynn Jacks may also try to deny that one-lap shootout. Because with the clock ticking down, remember, if you are the race leader, you're going to slow and run out the clock. You're not going to be in any rush. So with that not on the side, well, with that not on our side, in terms of getting an extra lap, I think the safety car will be coming in, but whether we get another lap is a different story. It depends how quickly can they circulate round. What is the lap times behind the safety car? I'm going to check now. 2 minute 36. We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. This will be, even if they speed up, we're going to end behind the safety car, because surely then Flynn Jacks is going to back them up and not go until the clock hits 0. So whatever is the case, I don't think we're going to be getting this race back underway. It's what we would naturally do, but in this championship there's no +1 lap, so Flynn Jacks will surely run out the clock even if the safety car, unless the safety car goes very quickly round, and we somehow find ourselves with everything all ready. But I think this one's going to end behind the safety car, if I'm honest. As sad as that is, seems like that's going to be the way. But it's going to be a special win for Flynn Jacks regardless. Safety car's in this lap, there we go. But do they circulate round in time? And does Flynn Jacks wait? Or does he try go for one lap? It's an interesting question. 1 minute 37. I mean, they may have told the safety car to speed up a little bit as well, which might bring down the clock. So it's not completely over. But I don't think that Flynn Jacks is going to be in the interest of letting this race run. So he will control things. And if he can run the clock to 0, he will try. You've got 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. We are navigating our way through the final few corners. We may be able to get a lap in. Possibly. It just depends on what Flynn Jacks does here. Does he try bolt? 1 minute and a few corners to go then. And has he gone already? No, he's just backing them up. I thought he had gone already. And the safety car hadn't even been able to get it. 50 seconds. Okay, this is going to be tight. Flynn Jacks is going to back them up as much as he can. Does he just try and go for a last lap, or does he try to slow them down? Does the tactic come into play? The clock is ticking. I think we are going to get a last lap shootout, if I'm honest. I don't know whether he'll be able to run out the clock enough. He's waiting. He's waiting patiently. But I think we're going to get a one-lap shootout right at the end. Incredible stuff. 20 seconds to go on the clock. And Flynn Jacks, is he going to be able to back them up enough? No. So he's not going to play any games. He can't back them up any longer. He's going to put his foot flat to the floor. With a few seconds to go on the clock, we will enter a one-lap shootout in the GB3 Championship partnered by the BRDC. Flynn Jacks not choosing to play any games. Instead, he wants to win it fair and square. He wants to do it on the circuit. Does Flusha get the chance? With 1 lap to go. Dive bomb move from Maxim Rem down the inside of Campbell Pilling, who's going to be wide. And he's going to be forced off the road as they make their way through. And it is going to be Flynn Jacks leading the contest down towards turn 1. It's getting very close. A car's on the grass. A car is on the grass further back as our camera goes there. Ignore the graphics. The safety car is not out. We are back to green, and it's a one-lap shootout to decide our winner. The traditional overtaking opportunities have been navigated brilliantly by Flynn Jacks, and unless something goes majorly wrong from here, he is on his way to the win. Well, he gave everyone a one-lap shootout. He gave everyone a chance to attack him. Any other driver could have easily just attempted to run out the clock. But Flynn Jacks just did his thing. He put all eyes and put all focus on making his way and getting a good restart to show that he has done it on the circuit once again. And this is about to be a special moment now for Flynn Jacks. A few drivers running wide out of the final few turns now as they just give the final push. But Flynn Jacks, who was in contention for victory in the reverse grid at Silverstone, had it taken away from him at the final corner. Today, he will make his way through the final turn, and it is going to be an incredible comeback from a road accident a few years ago that put a stoppage to his racing career. He comes across the line to brilliantly win in Hungary. The tears that he had at Silverstone a few weeks ago of losing the chance of the win, but equally the big comeback that he had made to even get to that point. Well, he's done the job completely today, and he will stand on the top step of the podium. Flynn Jacks is a winner, and he takes the checkered flag. He gave everyone a last lap shootout and nailed it as per normal. Wow. Mega stuff. Absolutely incredible. And that is the type of story that we like to see. That is the type of story that we like to see. Oh, that is mega. That is brilliant. Always great when you end the weekend with a great win. A comeback like no other for Flynn Jacks. You've got Roman Belinsky attempting to do that exact thing in Formula 2 right now. But he didn't let a road accident affect his career. All the things of having to also lose weight to be able to compete in the championship again and everything. We've had 2 reverse grid races this season. And in both of them, he either was 1 corner away from winning or he'd won it. And that tells you how he's going about things. Special, special moment for Flynn Jacks. And an incredible comeback. And he will stand on the top step of the podium. A podium that he will absolutely savour. The dust is being kicked up. That was a mighty, mighty race. And I really love how he didn't even let the clock run out. He just did his last lap like he intended. He ran it, he dominated, and he won. As much as reverse grid racing can sometimes be about where you qualify and where it lands you then, when you're able to get landed in a specific place and do the job twice, well, once very nearly, and still get a podium in that race, and then today, getting the job done fully, it speaks volumes. It very much speaks volumes. A brilliant moment for him as he will come into Parc Fermé and is about to, well, feel the celebration in a second. A brilliant winner, Flynn Jacks, as he adds his name and goes to the P1 board. Flusha second, Maxim Rem third, Roman Campbell pinning fourth, Nikita Bedrin in fifth. And that is how things looked right at the end. The GB3 media team just making sure everything's all okay. With the drivers, Flynn Jacks on top of the car. And he stands as the winner. Congratulations there to him by the media team at GB3. The photographer's all ready to capture these moments and capture the pictures as he goes into the hand of the Elite Motorsport team. As we mentioned, Elite Motorsport, I think it's definitely something we've got to mention once again like we did yesterday, but Will McIntyre, get well soon and keep fighting. What a great story it has been. If you want to hear a bit more about it, Crofty also spoke a little bit about it on our broadcast, on the GB3 broadcast yesterday. So go to Race 1 GB3 on the MSV YouTube channel and you'll hear all about the story and what you can do to help Will McIntyre at the moment. Flynn Jacks into Parc Fermé. Okay, well that's going to bring an end to our coverage here. Thank you very much to everyone who has joined us. We're on a quick off, but I wanted to make sure I could say at least for a few of the moments of celebration. What a brilliant race it has been. Flint Jacks has had an incredible moment over the line. We look forward to going racing in round 4, and I look forward to having your company then. But for now, it is goodbye.